What's good, YouTube? It's the Phasian here, bringing you a deck profile on Inzektors today. And before I start, I was missing a couple cards because the set's fairly new and I haven't been able to pick everything up yet. But I'll tell you what those are in a couple seconds from now. And if you guys have any of the stuff, I'm more than willing to trade, and I'll leave a link below on my trade binder so you guys could take a look at that. But to start off, here we get started with the 3 Inzektor Dragonflies staple in the deck. He's basically a searcher that special summons another Inzektor when his effect goes off, so he's definitely key to the deck. Next we got the Stratos of the deck, 3 Inzektor Centipedes. And like I said before, he's the searcher that adds to your hand any Inzektor you want besides himself. Next, we got 2 Inzektor Hornets, and this is where I need you guys to help trade. And I need a 3rd Inzektor Hornet to complete this deck. So if you guys have, let me know. And basically, this guy, he's crucial at 3 because he's the card that destroys everything or anything you want on the field. Next, we got 1 Gigamantis. A lot of people aren't sure about running this. I personally like it at 1 because I find 2 to be dead as well. And it is needed to have his effect because he helps boost Inzektors up to 2400 attack. So basically, if I play this all in turn 1 and get this on Inzektor Dragonfly, he allows my Dragonfly usually to stay alive for the next turn because he can't get attacked over because his attack's 2400. And as well, when this card is destroyed sent to the graveyard while attached, he gets to special summon any Inzektor from your graveyard you want. So he's pretty good in my opinion. But a lot of people don't like him. It's personal preference. But next we have our hand traps, the 2 effect veilers and 2 maxis. This might change, maybe 3 maxis or maybe 3 veilers depending on like how this tests against other decks. I know windups are a huge problem, especially on DN, and I feel like they're going to be a big problem at local and regional and YCS events. So Effect Veiler stops all that, and it's also a light fodder. And this is just too good in general. Great against plants, great against dino rabbits. But next we got the tour guide engine, and with the 3 tour guides and a Sangin. And I do want to get a tour bus, if any of you guys have, because tour bus would help speed up this engine a little bit, as well as giving me another dark for the graveyard, and it helps me recycle plays. And basically, tour guides are great in this build because if they remove any of your Inzektors, you could just do tour guide into something else and then make Leviair, and boom, it's back on your field. So the tour guide engine I really like to this build. Next, we got 2 Thunder Kings. Not too many people actually play this in the Inzektor build, but I personally like it because it stops windups, and it's good against plants, good against Dino Rabbit. And it's also a light fodder, which I really do like. So it's a great beater, got a good effect, stops XYZs and Synchros. And then we got our boss monsters, Dark Arm Dragon, of course, BLS staple, and with the two Thunder Kings and 2 Veilers, I feel like it's enough to bring out BLS. So, but and then our final boss monster is Gores, and a lot of people don't play this in Inzektors. I still personally like it. It throws a lot of people off because Gores isn't played in Inzektors usually, but with the limitation on spells and traps, and with Heavy Storm being prevalent, I still feel like this creates clutch plays, and it's sacky to pop off, but hey, it's Gores. And that's it for the monster lineup, and that's due to change, but right now it's 22 monsters. So if it does change, if I get all the stuff and this whole deck changes around, I'll repost a video, an updated video. But next we got our spells. We got our Foolish Burial, which is staple. Dark Hole, which is staple. Monster Reborn, staple. Heavy Storm, staple. Allure of Darkness, staple. Then we got our 3 dualities. This might come down to 2, but right now it's at 3 because it gives the deck way more consistency than without them. So I personally like the 3 dualities in. Then we got 2 MSTs. MST is a good card. It's not really played in Japan's format that much for Inzektors. And right now in DN, I'm testing it without MSTs. And I personally like the deck better without it because it allows me to create crucial plays with Hornet. And if you MST their cards away, that's one less target you have for Hornet. But we'll see if this changes. This could change. I'm not sure yet, but I'll let you guys know if it does. And then the final card, Pot of Avarice. I know Inzektor decks aren't really running it, but with cards like Effect Veiler and Fiendish Chain out, it stops all your plays, and then they'll attack over next turn, of course. It helps me create great graveyard setups where I could recycle everything, as well as tweak the graveyard. If I haven't played Dad yet, it'll help me utilize the graveyard properly by tweaking it for me. But that is it for the spells, and that is 11 spells right now. Also due to change. And next we have our trap lineup. Of course, the Solemn Brigade, pretty standard. Torrential Tribute, pretty staple as well. Trap Dust Shoot, staple. Right now, I'm running a bottomless trap hole. This is due to change once I get the 2 extra cards I need, which are Fiendish Chains. I just traded mine away, which I shouldn't have, but hopefully I can get those back or trade for some. And if you guys have any, let me know, because I don't really like bottomless main deck anymore because it doesn't have too many uses against too many decks. I mean, it's still good, but not as good as it once was. And I feel like Fiendish Chains would help with the meta a lot better. And then lastly, we got Call of Haunted. A lot of Inzektors do play this. I only like it at 1 because I can find it to be a dead draw, but I like how it recycles like my Dragonfly that was attacked over, and it helps me set up even more plays. But that's it for the traps, and that is 7 traps right now, but that's going to be changing as well. But take a look out for my new Inzektor update once I get all the stuff. But if you guys have any of the stuff I need, either Fiendish Chains, a Tor Bus, or Inzektor Hornet really need, let me know, and I'll be more than willing to trade. And I'll leave a binder description in the description again, and I'll post a binder link right here by my thumb, right here. So just look out for that and take a look. And if you guys like, please feel free to subscribe. You don't have to, but I would also like a lot of comments down below, because I still don't know like how to tweak the deck, and you guys probably know it better than I do. But add suggestions, and I'm more than willing to take good advice. Alright, thanks guys.